Well, you've seen me do a lot of decluttering. Today we're going to work on a project that's a little bit overwhelming, and I'm only going to do a little bit at a time. But I have 13 5-gallon buckets of long-term storage, and that I put into my out little house that I use for my herbs and things. So we're going to talk about a little bit about food storage, and I love prepping. I am still a prepper, except for the fact that I have so much food. I don't need to be showing videos of me buying massive amounts of food. But I still like prepping. I love the idea of prepping, and I have a lot that we need to do, and we need to go through it all. So what I'm gonna do is, since I went through my whole house and I do have all of my items together, I do have some Mylar bags, which is I'm very thankful for. I'm gonna use them, and I'm gonna break down some of the buckets that I have. And then I have this. I bet you're wondering, well, what's this for? This is a magnifying glass. What I am doing is, when I open each bucket up, I'm going to take this 5x magnifying glass. In other words, it's going to magnify, and I look in it just to make sure that all the food is fresh. I've never opened a box or a jar or, you know, a 5-gallon bucket of food and had bugs in it. I've never seen that, but that's not saying that I never will. And the rice I have is about 4 years old, and it's still fresh. When you open it up, it smells fresh. But we're going to just check everything before we start breaking it down into smaller bags, so it's more easier for me to handle. Some of you who are not interested or don't know much about long-term storage are going to think this is so strange to have 5-gallon buckets of rice. But food storage is the way to go, in my opinion, but everything in moderation. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open it up. It smells really good and fresh. I'm going to take my magnifying glass, and I am just going to go through it. Take my face down here and look through the magnifying glass, just to make sure there was no bugs in it. Wow, looks really good and fresh. So we'll get you to look. So you can see it's fresh. Now I'm going to go ahead and I am going to take it out of the bucket and make it into smaller bags. That way I can use it up better. And I'll take it in the house. So I'm just going to break it down into smaller bags. So simple and easy to do. I'm gonna go get scissors so I can cut this bag better, and then we'll start putting in the smaller bags. One of the fun things about organizing is you find stuff that you totally forgot about. I'm gonna show you a treasure in my 2-gallon bucket, but let's go ahead and get this all done first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and break this down into smaller bags. That's more handleable. I can handle them better. And it's probably a year, maybe not quite, depends on, this would probably last me maybe a year, depends on how many people I feed. So maybe not quite a year. But as you can see, it would be really dumb for me to continue buying food just for a video. It surely does not pay, that is for sure. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead, and I'm doing this outside, so if I make a mess, I'm hoping to fit as much as I possibly can in here. Now we will put oxygen absorbers in them, but we'll wait until I'm done here. All right, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. It's gonna take quite a bit of time to fill this all up. We got that done. Now I'm gonna put a oxygen absorber. Now you don't really need to do that because it's rice, and rice really doesn't collect moisture, but it's nice to have it. It just will take the oxygen out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one in each of these as an extra precaution. So if you ever get a deal at the grocery store where you get dried food like this cheap, this is a way that you can really make it last years longer. And now all of these packets, I made a little bit of a mess. All these packets will go into the house. I have a nice shelf that they can go on, and of course I am going to label them. So I know exactly that it's rice in here. And Mylar bags, you can use Mylar bags over and over and over again. I'm putting more than one in here at the end because I only have a couple left. And I have plenty of the absorbers in my stock. All right, so I found this bucket. Let me show you what's inside. And this is such a blessing to me. So through going through a lot of things and organizing, I have found some things I didn't know I had. Beeswax pellets. I'm so excited for this because I could really use this, and I didn't know I had it. And then I got all of these. What in the world is all of this? Let me show you. This is homemade soap that I made. This is my homemade soap, the Amish recipe that I did 2 years ago. I had no idea I had this in my bucket. So I'm gonna take it out of the plastic so it can cure better. I mean, it is cured. I mean, it's 2 years old. Oh, it smells absolutely amazing. So I'll share you the recipe, the video at the end of my video today, or in the description box. But this is homemade soap, people. Homemade soap. I am so glad for this because I didn't know I had it. So I'm gonna put it in a basket like this. Do you know how long this is gonna last me? This is gonna last me forever. Ever, ever, ever. This is Lye soap. And let me show you how neat this is. So I'm gonna take this one in the house. This is my Lye soap. I'm so excited. So in that bucket was the beeswax and all of this Lye soap. And this potpourri. Didn't know I had this either. This was left over from a video I did a long time ago. Hopefully it will all fit in here. Oh, this is so much fun. Look at this. This is so super duper fun for me. So, this is going in my house. This is going at my new kitchen sink, and I didn't know I had it. I'm gonna go ahead and put all this stuff away, and then I'll talk to you just a little bit. I guess I could say the lesson and the moral of the story is food storage is amazing to have if you know what you got. If it gets to the point where you have so much that you don't even know what you have, then it's too much. and I'm going through bucket after bucket. So I had 13 original buckets. Now I'm down to 7. So I was going through buckets and organizing it and making it smaller, and then putting it into my pantry. So as the pantry gets less and less, then I'm able to bring stuff in from the garage. This garage stays pretty nice. It doesn't get that overly hot, which we can't figure that out because it is a metal roof, but the garage actually is cooler than the out porch, which is hard to understand. I don't know. We can't figure it out. But so the buckets are out there and I'm going through them. And food storage is so much fun. You're going to see more videos of food storage because we have about 4 more buckets that I need to take out of the pantry and go through them. So I'm over halfway done and I feel so much better about it all. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow or on the next one. Bye.